Welcome to Viva, New Mexico. I'm your host, Jamie B. Well, it's a privilege to welcome in the studio today a distinguished media personality, publisher, and producer celebrated for her contributions to enhancing local entertainment, the arts, and community voices here in New Mexico, Teresa Robinson. Thank you, Teresa, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This is an honor. Oh my gosh.
No.
Your voice, man. You still got that baby making voice. I'm just saying.
Stop that.
Oh my gosh.
Baby making
voice. See, Erica Viking was the one that you could, feel that. But yeah, you were the baby making voice as I listened to radio growing up.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah.
Now I know. Well, all joking aside, as the founder and editor-in-chief of New Mexico Entertainment Magazine and Pride and Equality Magazine, could you elaborate on the key roles and initiatives of these publications?
Well, Pride and Equality has been around the longest, over 20 years. And really the focus of that one was to give a voice to the community during a time when I started it that, well, I guess much hasn't changed. People have their misconceptions of what the LGBTQ community is. So I really wanted to provide an outlook for people to see different people in the community and what they're doing. And that's evolved into creating the Models of Hope Awards that we have, that we honor people in the community that are seen as role models. We do several events that has brought out people in the community to showcase their talents. So it's been a really it's a blessing that I got to be a part of creating this, that I get to show people, the folks I know that are just killing it in the community and should be seen as amazing people for which they are.
Fantastic job with that magazine.
Yeah, thank you. And with New Mexico Entertainment, I think that was kind of a full circle thing for me. I expected to go into theater when I got out of school. Actually went to UNM. Took the theater major course, but art history was really hard. They put you in this big theatrical room with the seats that flow down and then kick on the air conditioner. And every time I fell asleep. So I never got through that. I never got through that class with full notes. But it was the process of going through what you had to do to get your, all those classes in that had to pertain to, your major. I just wanted to do the major part. I just wanted to be like, can I just do the acting part? And I got to the point that I was like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me right now. So I went into graphic design, and that lasted for 20 years. And in that, I wanted to create a magazine, so I created Pride and Equality. And then from there, I created New Mexico Entertainment. And it was a way for me to come full circle with the entertainment industry here in New Mexico, that I got to interview actors and performers and musicians and just amazing people that are just killing it with their craft. And I got to know, how they started, what their goals were. And it was just it's just an amazing publication to be a part of. And, we've grown from there. We now have the New Mexico Entertainment Awards. We're celebrating our 3rd year. And, it's been,
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's been amazing. I was like, look at that. Got me all sweaty. I get so excited talking about my stuff, I get sweaty.
No,
but
you should be proud of it.
I am.
Yeah, you should be. Well, the current administration, I refuse to say his name, in D.C., has implemented policies and executive actions aimed at the LGBTQ community, focusing on limiting rights and healthcare access for transgender individuals. What measures do you believe should be taken to counteract these actions?
I can only speak as an ally. I would not even, start to speak for the community itself. Yeah. From what I've seen in the years that I've worked with the community, the biggest thing is allowing them a voice and letting them be heard. And I don't think that's happening enough.
No, it's not. I agree.
And I think Harvey Milk was one that really pressed on representation. And I think that's one of the most important things that needs to happen. I think a lot of people have in their head this fear of people they've never even met. And so the best thing that I would imagine would be great, and one thing Harvey Milk always talked about, is getting out there and letting yourself be seen, letting these people know who you are in full, who you totally are in full, so that they can look and say, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And it changes the perspective of what this administration is doing to what is really happening in real life.
It's ignorance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're pushing a fear, conversation with people that it's as long as they keep people scared and frightened, they can control that. And we just got to break that fear cycle.
We need to change it.
Yeah.
You operate a brand and entertainment management company known as the Bliss Effect?
Yes.
How many individuals or entities does the firm represent?
When I got that question, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even sure now. As of right now, I think my main focus I think I'm at 20, and there was a reason for that. As technology has developed over the years, and now everybody has Canva and AI has come into existence, the whole idea of graphic design and just marketing and branding has changed. So I developed my business in a way that it connects everything I do. So it's not just the design side. It's not just the marketing side. It's also getting out to the community. So they have the opportunity to work with New Mexico Entertainment and work with the artist in any events that we have to do. Same thing with Pride and Equality, because I do feel that businesses are missing out on the concept of being part of the community. They have the community coming in and buying their products and working, to elevate their brand. One thing they could do is get out there in the community and take part and see what other people are doing and help in that way. Support the people that are supporting them.
Great. You're part of New Mexico Office of African American Affairs to assist in overseeing the African American Performing Arts Center in the capacity of Special Projects Manager.
Yeah.
What objectives do you have for the center?
Yeah, well, I have to say, which I hope it comes to that, APAC is really a diamond in the rough right now, and I'm really hoping that it comes back full force, that people in the community could use it. But for my specific focus on being Special Projects Manager is working with the Office of African American Affairs, and their whole focus is making a quality of life for the African American community, whether that's through resources, classes, any kind of events. They want to be the go-to source in the community. So I get to get that word out. I get to, handle their social media, handle all their marketing, and it's really great. I'm really honored. It's a way to give back to my community that I haven't before.
Seems like that's a passion for you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You frequently conduct interviews with both local and national talent, including performers for the Bands of Enchantment series. Yeah. Who's been your most intriguing interview?
Funny enough, because it's been a lot of years of doing interviews, my most intriguing was Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah. My father and I used to watch wrestling when I was younger. He passed away when I was 15. And
sorry to hear about that.
Thank you. It still affects. But I got to have the opportunity to interview Sergeant Slaughter, who was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, and I still can't believe I had that opportunity. And I was so nervous about the whole concept of doing it. And they told me, you'll get a phone call setting up the interview and everything. I was like, okay, great. Well, I ended up going to see a show at Albuquerque Little Theater and went out at intermission.
Nice little theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I went out to check my phone because I take my phone in the theater. And I went out to check my phone, and there is a message from Sergeant Slaughter. And when I say he sounds just like he does when he's in the ring. So, yeah, I picked up the phone and like, hey, this is Sergeant Slaughter. And I'm like, I couldn't even speak. It was the most amazing moment. But he set up a time for us to talk, and we were only given 15 minutes for the interview, and that interview lasted 45 minutes.
Wow.
And the questions that kept coming, the responses kept coming. And I remember we finished, and I got off the phone, and I got really emotional. I cried, and then the phone rang again, and it was him. And I was just like, hi, what's going on? And he's like, I was thinking about that one question you asked, and I wanted to answer it differently. So then we were back on the phone for another half hour with the interview. And he came out for an event, for a convention, and he went and said, you need to be there. I want to meet you in person. So
how nice.
Yeah, so I went and got to meet him, and I got a photo of him putting me in a headlock. And
that's great.
It's one of the great. That's probably the most intriguing video.
I'd like to see that photo.
Yes, I will definitely send that.
Yeah. In April of this year, you became engaged as a producer, editor, and host for the Cardboard Playhouse Theater. Could you share some highlights or insights about the theater?
Well, I mean, honestly, I only got to have the pleasure of hosting their event. The Cardboard Playhouse is they're amazing. They're just teaching these kids how to prepare in the world of acting. And so it's not just them stepping on stage and getting to perform a show. They are preparing them for that life. And the kids are amazing. There's one girl that she just reminds me of course, I'm forgetting her name. Renee, she played Angelica Schuyler in Hamilton. And of course, I knew her from One Life to Live because I love my soap operas. But Goldsberry, Renee Goldsberry, that was the name. But her voice and her presence on stage, she is amazing. And so they actually have been looking for a permanent home because they're like gypsies with this company. So they've been moving from place to place, performing from place to place. They wanted a place they can call their own. So they actually had a fundraiser live stream. So I got to take part in that and have my little hosting duties, got to ask questions, and they actually met their goal. So I would say if anybody wants to take part in helping this amazing organization, do so because they are doing some wonderful work.
Where could they do that?
They can go. Yep, they can go to cardboardplayhouse.org and they can hook up with Doug and Krista, and they can talk with them to see how they can help.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Can you remember a time when you received conflicting business advice and how you decided to trust your instincts?
Funny enough, it was my instincts that didn't take the advice. It was I was told by a friend because there's folks that are, shoot, even my kids, it's constantly that, why aren't you famous? Why don't you make a lot of money? Why don't you, and I'm just like, well, that's not my purpose. That's not the reason I do what I do. And if things are supposed to happen, they'll happen for a reason. And a friend of mine, a very good friend, informed me that if I wanted to get to the level of like some of these people that are really about money in this world,
yes, you
have to lose your sense of empathy and sympathy and a soul. And I refuse to do that.
Good.
So
glad to hear it.
I will not do that. I know my purpose of why I do what I do, and money has never been a factor for that. So I know where I stand, and so I never took that advice, and it's kept me in a good place. Not always calm. There are stressful moments, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Good. How do you currently define success?
When I was younger in my 20s, I looked at success that it had to do with money. Oh, if you have a lot of money and you have a lot of cars and you have like 3 houses, and that defines success. And now being 50, that's just not the case.
No, you're not 50.
I'm 50. Yeah, I turned 50 on March 27th.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look great.
You're one to talk?
Yeah. You look fine, girl.
But yeah, success, I mean, it's different for everyone. Yeah. I think for me now, it's just, I have to look at, instead of looking at what I don't have, I have to spend the days now looking at what I do. And I have 3 wonderful kids.
Yeah, your kids.
Yeah, they're all grown. I'm like, it's amazing. They're all grown. And a business that I am proud to call my own, and amazing connections. I'm happy. I have a happy life, and I get to do what I want to do without anybody directing me on how to do it. So happiness is my kind of go-to when it comes to success.
I love that. Are your kids following in your footsteps? Or
oh,
choosing
goodness,
their own paths? No.
And I'm glad.
Their own paths? Yeah, that's good.
I think, they all have artistic abilities in their own right. I say the youngest one, Frederick, I think really surpassed all of us. He has so much musical talent that I don't think we even knew it. He went on YouTube to learn how to play guitar, bass, and piano. So he's currently going to the Public Academy of Performing Arts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. What kind of legacy do you aspire for your businesses to establish within the industry here and in the community?
The only legacy I would expect, and it's funny because I asked this question of my interviews.
Yeah.
But for me, I just want to know that I left a mark. I want to know that I made a difference in someone's life or an organization, that I left my mark on this world. That's the only thing I can ask for.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to share that I might have overlooked?
I will say though, if in the world that we're living in is just so stressful. It seems like every morning we're waking up to some. It's
crazy.
I can't believe the
absurd,
world we live in. Like
Yeah.
Idiocracy,
Yes,
well, I
Idiocracy, yes.
never thought would be a real live film. It's like we now know it was a documentary. So the one thing I want to just stress is, everybody just remember you never know anybody's story. You never know what they're going through. So be patient, be kind. It costs nothing to be kind.
Have a little empathy.
Yes.
One last question, Teresa. We live in New Mexico, chili capital of the world.
Yep.
What's your preference, red or green?
Red.
A red.
Red.
We have a red.
Don't get me wrong.
No?
I do like
There's
green.
no
I know, yeah.
judgment.
Yeah. But red.
Red.
I put red on everything.
Red on
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
I like that.
You can sneak some green in there and I won't hate it, but give me that
Little
red.
Christmas tree on her.
Yeah, exactly.
The distinguished media personality, publisher, and producer, a dynamic force in New Mexico entertainment, Teresa Robinson. Thank you once more, Teresa, for appearing on Viva New Mexico.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. For Viva New Mexico, I'm your host, Jamie B.